Welcome in, Huntsville, as we get rolling. A brand new day here in our wonderful community, and thank you all for joining us here on Good Morning Huntsville as we get fired up and ready to roll. Again, it is a wonderful Wednesday. It's crazy to think that time continues to fly by so fast, and here we are again with another beautiful day in our community. Do want to welcome everybody in. If you're joining us on Spirit 94.3, our first segment is always over the radio, and we do want to acknowledge our underwriters, Elliott's Jewelers. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com, and also underwriting support on a Wednesday made possible in part by Walker County Federal Credit Union. They're online at walkercountyfcu.com. On this opening monologue, it is a wonderful Wednesday, and wherever you're listening from right now, maybe you're still at the kitchen table. I wish I was at the kitchen table sometimes this early, or maybe the car line. You're dropping off your children. It's still time. Some children are still getting dropped off, or maybe you're already at work or somewhere in between home and work. I want to remind you this morning of something very important. Friend, you didn't wake up today by accident. And you know, some mornings feel really heavy before the day even get started, literally before you even hit the floor, and you're already thinking about all the things that you need to do. As I was driving in this morning, I was thinking of 20 things that were flying through my mind, and I had to pause for a moment and say, well, you know what? I can't get it done right now, and you just have to take a deep breath. You may be thinking about the things that you didn't get done yesterday, or maybe even you're thinking this morning, boy, I sure hope that don't go wrong today. You know, Wednesday is kind of that mid-level, and I really think it has a way of feeling like the mid part of the week, and it's not really an exciting time for some folks. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe there's relief coming because the weekend is around the corner, and to be honest, sometimes the middle can feel lonely. Think about that. You're showing up, you're doing what you have to do, you're doing what needs to be done, you're taking care of your people. We all got our people, but nobody's clapping, nobody's watching. And sometimes it feels like maybe things are just going a little bit slow. But I want you to remember, we talk about the lows and the highs, but today I want to focus on the middles. And maybe today you feel like you're in the middle. You know what? The middle still matters. Most of our lives are not lived in these huge, miraculous moments, but it's just lived in regular moments of us going throughout the day. Ordinary mornings, normal drives as we go into work, routine conversations of, hi, how you doing? And hope you have a great day. And I believe maybe that's where God does. I know that's where he does some of his best work. There's a verse that says this in Psalm 37:23. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. And that's not just the big steps, not just the Sunday checkbox steps that we get into that routine of, but that includes the Wednesday steps. And so think about today as you're calling people. Maybe you're in a business where you've got to call people. Think about that. Every phone call that you make, every decision you face, every small act of faithfulness that no one else sees, those steps still matter today. I'm reminded in Galatians 8:9, this also, let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. That verse wasn't written for people who had it easy. It was written for people who were tired and still showing up. Now, if you're driving, don't raise your hand, but if you can, raise your hand. Are you still tired this morning? I'm a little bit tired. Deanna Irwin's here. I'll bring her on in a minute. She may be a little bit. She looks pretty energetic this morning, though. But think about that. If today feels like one of those just get through it kind of days, and that's okay. I want to encourage you this, though. Don't underestimate what this day could bring. Some of the biggest answers to prayer, they really do start in quiet obedience on an ordinary day like a Wednesday. You might not see it yet. You might not feel it yet, but it doesn't mean that it's not happening. And sometimes growth changes in the underground before anything ever breaks through to the surface. Roots are forming. We talk so much about seeds that are planting and strength is building. Your perspectives are changing. So as we start this morning, take a deep breath. Slow down just enough to notice all the good around you. And remember this, friend, that faith is not just believing for big moments. It's trusting God with what we have today. Hey, we're glad you're here as always. We're glad you're listening, and we're thankful to start this wonderful Wednesday with you. This is Good Morning Huntsville, and I'm very excited to bring on first time in the studio, our good friend Deanna Irwin. Welcome into the new studio. Good morning, Deanna.
Good morning. It's great to be here.
You're full of energy this morning. You came in, you were ready to go.
I'm ready.
How has life been? I know there's been some kind of, I don't want to say big changes, but I know you guys got a new house and y'all are kind of neighbors now, although we haven't had an official, official block party for you yet. But how have things been going?
Yeah, they're going good. They're starting to settle down a little bit, loving the cold weather. I'm not a hot weather person. I don't want to be freezing cold, but I'm loving the weather, so it gets me up and gets me going every day. And although there's some days you just want to snuggle in, but but lately life is kicking good. Yeah.
I want to let folks know this morning. Deanna can't see this. Deanna, the camera, I have not adjusted the colors on the camera right, so Deanna looks like she just got off of this magnificent cruise.
Ooh.
Very, very tan this morning, Deanna.
Oh, I'm not orange, am I?
No.
Okay.
Just red.
I'm not. Yay.
I'm very tan.
I'm very. No.
Well, hey, it's always so great to. I feel like we're so far apart now, though.
I know.
Because the old studio, you were sitting right next to me.
Yeah.
I feel far apart from you. Well, Deanna is here this morning with the Peyton Irwin Foundation. It's such an important organization, and we have the privilege of sitting down, and we get to talk to you sometimes throughout the year, but especially this time of the year as the upcoming Pineapple Run is on the way, and that's an event that so many in this community look forward to. Deanna, give us a little bit of insight about the run this year, and a little bit of just if there's somebody new this morning about the Peyton Irwin Foundation. I know this is an organization that has just been an incredible organization that has made a difference in so many people's lives and encouraging people to not text and drive. That is the message of the entire organization.
That is exactly our message. And, we lost Peyton. It's been going on 7 years now. It's hard to believe, but we've gotten through, and we've gotten through because of that one up there.
Amen.
Yes. And it's just been a blessing. It's been a blessing to be able to get out there and tell our message. There's different opportunities to tell a different piece of the message. And but the most important piece is, don't text and drive. I don't want you to lose your loved one, or I don't want you to be the cause of somebody losing a loved one, or even just hurting someone because you're texting and driving. So we get that message out there, and we figured one way to do that was to have a big event that everybody could come to, hear the message, and have fun all at the same time. So we started the Pineapple Run, and this is our 7th run this year. We have some pretty good changes, big changes. We are not going to be downtown Huntsville this year. We're going to be out at Cape Bar Ross, and we're going to use the football field, the soccer field, and the kind of the cross-country track in the back down by the firing range. It's going to be a really cool experience. I hear a lot of runners are excited about it because they don't have to pound the pavement. They can run on some grass and some dirt. It's going to be a new experience for us, and we're just looking for a huge turnout just to get our message out there. Got some great swag as always, cool T-shirts, medal bags, and we're ready.
I have a couple of those medals, by the way. I need to get them over here in the new studio because I had them hanging up in the old studio, which is kind of neat. Well, Deanna Irwin again is joining us here on this opening segment of Good Morning Huntsville. Every year, you said 7 years, and boy, time does go by fast. And I'll tell you, though, the organization has made such a wonderful impact. And for you, Deanna, I was talking to Kay Boning about this on Monday, about just what she does for young people, for children and books. And everyone in this community, I feel like, has a purpose. And we all do. I don't want to say that no one does. We all have a purpose. Right. But people in this community, I believe, many people have found their purpose. And your purpose is to educate people. And I know it's through a terrible loss with your sweet daughter, but you think about the legacy now that you get to carry on and honor her, but also that legacy making such a huge impact on so many people and the lives that are being saved. I know that this is such a it's a joyful time, but it's also a time to reflect. But I also think that the impact that it's making. What have you seen over these 7 years with just the people that come out. It seems like this has grown every year, and knock on wood, the weather's been pretty nice lately over the past few years.
Yes.
What have you seen over these last 7 years through this?
Well, I've seen a lot of people become aware. People don't realize what they're doing when they're in the car. So the fact that we can get up there, and thank you last year for getting up there and helping us. But, we can get up there and get our message out. People become aware. They pass that awareness on to other people. I have people that contact me throughout the year, letting me know things. Hey, I've got this hanging here from the run, and it reminds me every time I get in the car. Or, hey, I told my kid, blah, blah, blah. Or, hey, my grandkid is going to start driving now, and I wanted you to know that I passed the message on to them. Make sure they understand the dangers of texting and driving. And just, I don't know. I've seen a lot of tears. I've seen a lot of joy. I've seen a lot of everything. I've seen a great community. We don't just reach out to Huntsville, and I'm sure you're aware of this. We reach out to all of the surrounding communities, and we offer scholarships as part of our fundraising effort. Mm-hmm. And so we don't just raise awareness. We love to give back to the community, because that community that you're talking about, they were there for us when we went through all of this, and so we want to be able to give back. And I try to help other organizations as much as I possibly can, and then we also help students every year further their education by giving out scholarships. We've given out as many as 7 scholarships in 1 year.
Wow.
And they range anywhere from $500 to $1,500, depending on, just how much money we have to give out that year, that kind of thing. But we enjoy doing that, and the kids have to go through a process to apply. They have to do some type of an advertisement or an educational piece to show us that they are truly understanding what it means to not text and drive in order to apply for that scholarship. It's not just an essay. Mm-hmm. And so I know when we do that, we're reaching every one of them, because they're getting the message as well. And usually they're passing that along to their friends. So it's just been a great experience.
Again, Deanna Irwin is here with the Peyton Irwin Foundation talking about the upcoming Pineapple Run. When is it this year? I've got the website up, but I want you to let us know, and we'll give folks more information in a minute on the website. But you already mentioned Cape Bar. When is the event happening again this year?
It is going to be the second Saturday in April, as always. We're not changing that date. And it is April the 11th, 2026. Can you believe that? 26.
Yeah, that's my dad's birthday. I think about my dad. I miss him so much, and that is a special day. I know, a special day for you, and a special day for many people, and a special day for me, because I'm reminded of my dad on that day. And April the 11th, that's going to be here before we know it.
It is. We got a late start. We've done it so many years now. It's like every year we can get started a little bit later. So we really just got ramping up in the last couple of weeks. And it's like April the 11th, that's just right around the corner, guys, So we're really pumped up and excited about it. It's going to be really cool out there at the state park. The parking's going to be better. We're not going to have to worry about people on the roads and car traffic, because let me tell you, we've had some crazy moments out there. People wanting I can only go this way to get to work. No, you really can't. There's 1,000 ways to get there in Huntsville. But so we don't have any of that. We're very thankful for the police department and sheriff and all of them. Every year they come out and help us. But this year they don't have to come out and man the roads for us. So we're really looking forward to all the changes, and excited that the city of Huntsville is letting us come out there and, graciously letting us use their facilities. So,
well, again, this is over at Cape Bar Ross Park. Of course, they're 75 North. Gets underway at 8 a.m. You can show up a little bit earlier, maybe, if you want to. But
the 8 a.m.
It opens up, right?
The 8 a.m. is going to be the open up ceremonies, and then we'll actually shoot the gun to get started at 8:30 a.m. We'll open registration that morning at, say, 7 o'clock. So anybody that wants to get on out there, we will have some informational booths set up for people to come out, interactive activities, of course. The kids from the high school will be there from, I just completely went blank, from the criminal justice. And they always have some fun things set up to help everybody understand the dangers of texting and driving, and just driving safety in general. We have Texas AgriLife is coming with some awesome exhibits, and we're working on a lot of other places to be there. So
I like the theme this year: catch the pineapple wave.
Catch it.
Yeah. Where do the ideas for the themes we know it's always themed kind of around a pineapple because that was Peyton's favorite thing. She loved pineapples. But where does the ideas for these themes attached to the pineapple come from? Is that you? Is it the board? Who does that?
They just kind of come out of the air sometimes. You know,
you catch the wave.
So the Staying Alive, that came from Billy because it was year 5 and he was rhyming. And so Staying Alive, Don't Touch and Drive. And that was a really good one.
Were y'all just sitting around and he was going, woo, woo,
yeah,
woo,
exactly. Woo. Staying alive, staying alive. That was us. And then the circus theme, we actually had some props, and so we used that came to us. We didn't find it. So, and this year, I'm not going to lie, I got my good friend ChatGPT, and I said, hey, what would be a cool idea? And it said, why don't we catch the pineapple wave?
How cool is that?
And I loved it. So we went with it.
I love how some people get all bent out of shape over technology. I love the fact that creative people can even be more creative now because of this technology. And it's helping so much. And it's neat. And I love it. I love the logo. Just the whole idea this year for catching the pineapple wave is so cool. Again, April the 11th, be there. Deanna, if folks want more information, the website, PeytonIrwinFoundation.org.
Yes.
I'm sure y'all are always looking for sponsors, for people. Maybe mention a few of those things, and then how people can also get tickets, maybe the cost of the event as well, if you don't mind.
Okay. Always looking for more sponsors. We're thankful for the ones we've had. Most of our sponsors have been with us all 7 years, and we're very grateful for that. Comfort Pro Solutions has been our title sponsor. They're the big kahuna this year. And so we're thankful for them. They've even gone so far as to put it in their policy at work that if you're found texting and driving, that's immediate dismissal from your job. So they take the cause very seriously, and we appreciate that. But yeah, sponsors are wonderful. They help us to raise more money to be able to get the fun stuff out there for the people. Because what gets them there is we have good swag, we have good medals, we have good T-shirts, and so people love that. And then they get to wear that and keep carrying a message on. So sponsors, volunteers, all of that, that's what drives us, and that's what gets us out the door to get the message to the people. And so you can all find any of that information on the website or holler out at me. I'm available through our Facebook page, or you can just come through the website, or my email is deanna@PeytonIrwinFoundation.org. We have a challenge out there to all the car dealerships this year. We would love for every car dealership in Huntsville to step up and be a sponsor or be a participant in some way, because what better way to get the message out there than through a car dealership? Because that's where our message hits home the most, is when you're buying a car or driving a car. That's where... Yeah, that's what we're talking about, so.
Absolutely. Well, those tickets, you can get them online. And again, the Peyton Irwin Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit. Yes. And so, on the FM, we don't promote business, but we definitely promote nonprofits and events. And we want to make sure that this is one that we get out there because, folks, you need to be a part of this. This is a huge community event. And one thing, too, that you had mentioned earlier, you said something that kind of struck a chord with me, because people literally come from all over. Part of what we do here on Spirit Radio is we do have a local mission to serve this community, and the Lord has really put a burden on my heart to reach out to certain groups in our community that can hear our signal, but we also know that we reach a global audience. We have a local mission with a global vision. Your organization and the Peyton Irwin Foundation, there are folks showing up from outside of Huntsville and even outside of the state that come, and if they don't participate in person, there's people donating and participating virtually. Maybe mention a little bit of that too.
Yes. So it's $40 to register for the run, and the first 450 participants get the medal and the swag and all of that. But we do, like you say, we have a lot of people that can't come because they're too far away, but they love the cause, and so they send us a virtual registration, and we send them all of their goodies, and they do it at home, and that's $50 because we have to cover the cost of shipping. Yeah. So it's great. We've had people from North Carolina, South Carolina, Arkansas, and then all different towns around, Texas, all over the place. It's amazing. I'm like, how did these people hear about us? You know, so we don't know how they heard, but we're glad they're here. So it's just one more way to get the message out there.
When you see people show up, and Deanna, I'll end with this. When you see people show up and support, what's going through your mind? You know, whenever these people come and they're a part of this, I know that you've got to be full of so much joy and so thankful and the gratitude, because I've seen it firsthand last year when I was out there. Maybe just kind of describe just how the community has been so supportive of you and this organization.
The feeling is, what is the feeling? Wow, these people are coming out for this? You know, immediately, usually a few days before, my mind starts thinking, I hate that I have to do this, or I hate that I'm in this position to do this. But I turn around and I say, I'm so thankful that I'm able to do this. I'm not hovering under my bed. I'm not shying away from the real world. I'm using God and I'm putting him first in my heart. I truly do believe that. And because of him, I am able to pull my boots up by the straps and get out there and do what I need to do. And there's just something that said, do this. And so to get out there and see the people come and show up, you know, we give all kinds of messages out there. You know, some days it's just really heavy on my heart, and I let everybody know that why I'm here and how I'm still alive. And some days it, thank God you're still here and you're still alive because you don't text and drive and you put that phone down. So, you know, it's overwhelming. It's amazing. What's truly amazing is the team that I have. Yeah. Because without that team, I can't do all this by myself. And so the fact that they step up, they put so much time into this, and they, you know, they all have their own life. They have their own job they have to do, but they come up and they help me get that message out. And, you know, they're always in the background, but they're in the foreground of me because they are what pushed me and they are what keep me going and say, you know what, we're going to do this again because we're hitting all these people. And so it's just amazing, the community. They're just wonderful people. I mean, truly, Huntsville is a wonderful community. You hear a lot of negativity out there about things, but when it comes to giving and supporting, we have an amazing community.
Yeah. That's the word. That's the message we want to get out, and why we do this show is we want to get out the positive here in this community. Deanna Irwin, you are one of the most positive, and we appreciate you and also your husband Billy. I have to say hi to Billy this morning. So, and you know what I love about Huntsville? We can sit here and say, you know what, I love you and Billy. So thank y'all. We love you and appreciate what you do, and just keep fighting for the good. And what an incredible way to honor your precious daughter. And you think about all the people that are being impacted through this wonderful organization. So maybe any final comments? We've said a lot, and it's so great to have you. And I want you to come hang out. It's always fun whenever, hey, maybe Friday if you're not busy. Billy's gone on Friday, so maybe you can come hang out with us for a little bit.
Hey, I might could do that. I enjoy coming here. We always have a good time when I stop in. I've always told you, anytime you need a sub, you got my number. It's just fun. It's fun to hang out. It's fun to.
It feels lonely with you so far away.
I know. It's like, hey, it really is far away, but it's a really nice studio you've got here. Everything's all on the up and up. It looks high class, high society in here. I mean, what's happening?
We got a lot. We're just getting started. So
yeah.
Well, Deanna, thank you so much. Again, appreciate you. Go online for more information. If you're interested, you can find the website, PeytonIrwinFoundation.org. It's Deanna Irwin. Thank you for hanging out with us today and looking forward to the event on April the 11th.
Thanks for always having me.
You bet. Well, we'll take a break. For those of you that are joining us on Spirit 94.3, we'll go back to regular music and programming. For those of you that are on the social media feeds, the show continues. The show does continue on HelloHuntsvilleTX.com and also on the Hello Huntsville YouTube page. We'll be back in a moment. We'll see you soon. God bless you, and stay with us here on Good Morning Huntsville.
Faith has a new frequency. The Spirit of Huntsville. KHSPLP, Huntsville, Texas. Spirit 94.3.
I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
At Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, we're not just a place where children pass the time. We are not a daycare. We are a child care center focused on the growth, learning, and discovery. Every day, children engage in meaningful activities that build confidence, independence, and a love for learning. From reading and math to social and practical life skills, our students are active participants in their development. Ready to give your child something more? Visit tomorrowspromise.info and discover what makes our school different. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Education you can trust.
The church should be transformational. And maybe you've never been to church, or maybe life has left you feeling lost, but Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." At First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope, we're not trying to fit in with the world. We're here to help you step into something greater, a fresh start, a new life in Christ. Join us this Sunday at 10:45 and see what God can do in your life. Visit fbchuntsville.org. Hope is here, and we're saving a seat just for you.
Loving Jesus, loving people side by side. In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Jokes on jokes on jokes.
Not hype.
Not hype. There's no jokes.
Hype.
Welcome back. That was awesome to have Deanna. I think the world of her and her husband, Billy. They are such great people. Taylor was hanging out. I was like, welcome, Taylor. Welcome, Taylor Chandler. She was in the middle of talking. I would have asked you to come on, but you were hanging out. So
I was observing,
Yeah.
sipping my coffee. She's one of our board members.
that is cool. See how all that works
know.
and plays in to everything? That's cool. It's
So
great how it
involved.
flows. Well, welcome in. Taylor Chandler joining us. Walker County Federal Credit Union here with us. Oh, you know what? Let's see if that noise goes away. Watch this. It did not. So do you hear that little buzz, that little hum?
Oh, I thought it was my tinnitus. No.
No, it's
Yeah.
really weird. It doesn't come across on the radio or on the social media feeds, but I'm learning that when you buy electronics that are not of high quality, AKA get whatever you want to get on Amazon. That they don't put the proper electronics in those devices, and so it creates hum. And that is what you were
Is it where
hearing.
they're too close together?
Yeah, it's
The
because it's
feedback?
not properly grounded. And it's very technical. So
I was like, okay, science. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And hold on. Look, we have our stagehand here today, Kyle Kreiner.
I was like, oh my gosh, guess this noise.
See, we put that there because there you go. See, now we are good.
Wow.
Yeah, we had to
but
put-
now we can't see the kitties out the window.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, Taylor, what's going on? Happy Wednesday. Welcome in. It's
Happy
a
Wednesday.
Walker County Federal Credit Union Wednesday.
And it's finally not freezing cold on a Wednesday.
It hasn't been freezing cold on a Wednesday.
It has for me.
Has it? I think it's been fairly warm. Yo, you want me?
Why are
remember-
you being argumentative
Look,
today?
see, you know where I'm going with this, right?
No, I didn't, but it took me a second. I'm like, what?
No, you know where I'm going. Remember, I was telling you about back in the day when I used to do a radio show,
Yeah,
and there
the
was
guy who had to argue with you all the time.
yeah.
I don't like it. I
yeah.
forgot.
Well, it hasn't. Wait. Let me rephrase that. Go ahead and tell me that it's finally warm on a Wednesday. Okay, go
It's
ahead.
finally warm on a Wednesday.
Where have you been? It's been warm every Wednesday the last 2 months. That was it. That was the attitude that would come my way, and it doesn't feel good, does it?
It doesn't.
If-
I'm sensitive. I've got little feelings, and
Well,
you're hurting them.
that's how it made me feel. So, welcome
Speaking
in.
of, your face looks different. Did you know?
Yes, I did. Yeah,
Okay.
and that is we're taking care of that. So yeah, not a fan. Not a fan at all.
No?
No.
Was it just cuz?
Yeah, it was one of those like accidental type deals.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
We're committed.
A friend of mine broadcast for the San Antonio Spurs, and he did the same thing. And he is well known. Mike Ditka, am I saying that right? A coach that used to be around. Is that Mike? Coach Mike Ditka? Do you know him? I know the name. Pittsburgh Steelers. I forget.
I like that you were like
I
trying to include me.
Hold on. Is
Like
it-
I would know.
think
Like,
it's
oh.
this is going to be
Basketball? Is that Spurs?
football player and coach. Yeah, okay. So I should know this. This is why I don't do sports anymore. Chicago Bears. I mean, come on, dude.
Is it Spurs basketball?
Mike was well known for having this really cool. Yeah, Spurs are basketball. By the way, they lost to Oklahoma City last
Well, that's
night.
why I was like, maybe you had a bet and you.
Well, no, Bill Schoening was the voice of the Spurs in San Antonio for 26 years, and he was well known for his mustache. Okay. Well, one day he told me that he accidentally hit it wrong, and he had to take it off. He goes, man, that was the most troublesome thing. So, anyways, you haven't seen it, so there you go. Welcome in, Taylor.
Glad we can have that conversation.
Yeah. How have you been? What's been going on in your world?
Oh, life is just rocking and rolling. I had some training all day, Monday and Tuesday, to get improved, and I realized that as much as I enjoy sitting in front of a computer screen all day, I love talking to people, and being in training all day was not as much fun as I thought it was going to be.
So, what was? How long were you in this training? I'm
From
alluding
9 to 3 o'clock.
I'm alluding you to like extend the conversation for a minute because I have to do something. So tell us about the training. Tell us about the walk us through the training
step by step.
without the details that you're not supposed to give away.
Okay, so I arrived 8 o'clock Monday morning. So we had training, 2 different types of training on Monday. From 8 to 9, we had a staff in-house training on how everybody can do fraud and everybody can do stop payments. So now whenever you come in, we don't have to redirect you to Rachel. Anybody now in an office can assist you. After that was completed, we moved to our lending training. So myself and the other 2 people in lending came. We had our third-party core person walk us through how to do things.
You're doing well.
I'm doing so well. I'm like, there's so much banging and stuff.
I'm trying to like get rid of this hum. It's annoying the fire
I'm
out of me.
distracted. So finding out how to make the process faster. So I feel like we already have like a pretty good turnaround time from when we receive an application to when we can get you approved and funded. Mm-hmm. But we were always trying to improve that and cut it down. So that was kind of where we are. And making sure everybody's on the same page. We realized there are a bunch of things that we were going to readjust in our system that are going to make things easier for our members.
Yeah.
A lot user friendly, because we've realized some things working through are not as easy as it could be, and we want easy and we want fast.
You wanted it to be on the friendly.
Heavy on the friendly.
Heavy on the friendly. Well, good. Well, that's what Walker County Federal Credit Union does, by the way. They're very heavy on the friendly. When you go in, you're not going to feel like a number. You're going to be a name.
You're going to be a name.
You're going to be your name.
Hopefully.
Do you hear that? It's getting...
Well, I didn't hear it until you pointed it out, and now I'm like, oh, okay,
yeah,
it is
like
kind of... But nobody else can hear it, so you just look a little
nobody
insane.
else can. I'm going to double check that, because if they can, it's going to be really annoying, by the way. That is... Yeah, that's like bothering me now. Is it bothering you?
No.
See, I latch on to things, and I have a tendency to not let go, and this is one of those that I've latched onto that I'm not letting go of right now. Let me ask the people out there, do you hear any type of hiss or buzz? You shouldn't. Static, yeah. So, well, anyways, we're rocking and rolling this morning. Time now is 8:12 on this wonderful Wednesday. Taylor, I was thinking about this on the way in, and I was going to message you this, but I decided to wait.
Oh, no. Spur of the moment.
When we say Wonderful Wednesday, because it is, and I had an opening monologue, we try to do that on the show now. What makes the day wonderful for you? And just think of the positive things that are going on. When you hear that phrase, Wonderful Wednesday, maybe some encouragement to the people out there.
Okay, well, full disclosure, my first thought is Wednesday's payday. So
well, that makes it wonderful. Okay.
Every Wednesday I'm like, yeah.
All right.
At least for a short amount of time, I have money in my bank until I pay bills with it. Every Wednesday.
That's it. Like nothing else.
There's nothing else.
Totally didn't go the way that I was hoping, so we'll take it.
No, Wednesdays are good days for me. Like I said, it is payday. Wednesday's church day. So I'll get my little Jesus on in the afternoon with my great little small group.
There you go.
I also do a teleconference with my dog trainer. And so that's always fun. But
Wait. So go into the details about that. How does this work?
A teleconference?
Teleconference with the dog trainer. So
it's on video.
Okay.
So the gentleman I work with is in Brenham. It's only an hour to work with him, but it's hard for me during the week. And so we've kind of made a system because my goal now is to compete at some point. We've shifted gears as I shift gears continuously in this process, but I've decided I want to compete. And so we're meeting multiple times. So driving an hour during the week is not. But I prop up my phone and I make videos, and he talks to me while I'm doing the videos, and he corrects me on video.
How cool is that?
It's pretty cool.
This is a little bit of Taylor that you didn't know.
I think the whole world knows I'm a crazy dog lady.
Well, we're reaching people globally. So there's
globally.
There's our friend in Ireland, Fiona, that had no idea. Now she knows.
Now she knows I am a crazy dog person.
What got you into that, by the way? I've never asked you. What got you into the dog training?
So I was given my first dog. He was a whole lot, like a super hyper.
And we're talking German. Was it German Shepherd?
Dutch Shepherds.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Sounds
fancy.
Yeah, sounds a little more sophisticated.
Most people know they're a very uncommon dog breed, but they're very similar to the Belgian Malinois, which is a police working canine. They're very high drive, high intensity. I'm trying to use normal words and not
words that we wouldn't understand.
Well, they make sense, but to me, I'm like, maybe not. So got him. He came to me because he had severe aggression. And so he would just I was told he would randomly go after people.
And how old was this dog?
9 months.
9 months old. So he had that aggression at 9 months old.
Correct.
Wow.
But sometimes reactivity appears like aggression. It's kind of like the kid in school who's bullying on everybody. It's probably the person that's going through something at home and is really having just doesn't know how to express themselves. That's kind of how I compare the two.
Okay.
So Odin was just a little scared kid who just wanted a clear direction. And now he's been phenomenal, but my ex-husband is actually the one who got him for me. I had Aussies and Pit Bulls growing up and went through a really dark time a few years ago, and my dog died.
Oh, man.
Got fired. Boyfriend dumped me. It was a real country song. And Cody was like, I guess I was dogless for 3 months. And he was like, dude, you're depressed. I don't like it. You're in the middle of the country all by yourself with my kid. Here's a dog.
Yeah.
And I get super zoned in on things where I'm like, all right, this is my thing for a while, and it's transcended. Is that the right word?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, that works. Yeah.
For a couple years, I got out of horses, and so that's where the
probably
dogs came
cheaper
from.
too. I mean, a little bit, but not really.
Probably not to the magnitude that I do it, but Saturday I actually went by. We're down to one dog in my house. So
do you feel weird with one?
It is so weird.
It's different environment now.
I've had anywhere from 2 to 13 off and on for the past 3 years.
13?
13.
How do you manage 13?
Very carefully. Because I had puppies. So I'd have chunks of puppies at a time. So we went to Rita B, And it was really cool to walk through I hadn't been to their new place.
Yeah, it's super nice.
Can I say these things?
Yeah, they're a nonprofit. Yeah,
Okay.
they're
I was like,
a
wait a
nonprofit.
second.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, we're not. It's a not. Yeah, we're on social
Okay,
media.
I just caught myself, and I'm like, oh no,
That's
I'm already
good.
breaking the rules.
We're not on the FM anymore, so yes.
Okay.
Regardless, I mean, if they were a for-profit, you could promote them all day now.
Okay.
But
well, went to Rita Beach. Beautiful new facility. Beautiful new facility. The way they have it set up is very well thought out. Stop messing. It makes me feel like I'm walking through a bubble.
It gets quieter, and then I have to adjust the volume over
I'm sorry.
here.
I'll stop moving.
Sorry.
Went through the cat room because my daughter was like, I would like a cat. And then we walked through the cat room, and then we're not getting a cat. We're never going to be able to get a cat with these dogs.
Stay away from the cats.
We're not getting a cat. But man, it is fun to go in there and pet the kitties. And then we went through the dogs, and we're trying to, I think we're going to foster dogs. I think we got on the list to foster with the aggression cases, because that's kind of what I did whenever they were at the old facility when I was in college, is I would whelp puppies and
Wait, you would what?
Whelp.
See, I don't understand what that Kyle knows. Probably these guys. I don't know.
Whelping puppies is like the birthing process.
Oh,
like
okay.
Deliver puppies.
It's
You
kinda
were not. I don't know what
whelp.
this was supposed to.
I never
Whelping.
noticed anything to do with whelping whenever we had our children. There was no sign that said like whelping area or anything like that.
Delivery area.
Okay.
Whelping in
Whelping.
dogs is called whelping.
It's just more bougie word. Okay.
Yeah,
Continue
I'm
on.
a big fan of the bougie words.
Yeah.
But so I would whelp puppies and take the aggression cases, and that's kind of been my thing. I don't know why I like aggressive dogs, but that's, I got the scars to prove it. I think
But you train them and help them, and
Yeah.
it's really cool. That's like kind of your mission right now. We talked about everybody has a purpose. That's kind of your purpose right now, which is cool.
and it's fun. I was at first really nervous to post things. I've gotten a lot braver. I don't know. I feel like the brave and stupidity kind of teeter in the same line sometimes. I do put things on the web where now I look back, thanks Facebook memories, and I'm like, ooh, that doesn't look the way I thought it does.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it gives people an idea that you can start anywhere.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be pretty at first.
We all have a story too. I think that's an important message, and I always tell people that there may be things in our past that we're not proud of. We all have a story, but you know what? That story is important because it's going to impact somebody else that's been through something that's they've never experienced what you were experiencing in the past. They're experiencing now, and you being able to tell them your story is going to help them through that season.
Right. Well, I heard something at a conference not too long ago that was, you are going to you are most equipped to help the past you than anybody else. So, these people who are looking for mentorship and help on things, they're not looking for somebody who's perfect and never struggled and gone through the same things, because how can you help me when you've never struggled?
I've always been really careful to I try to speak truth to folks when I start speaking about certain things, but I also don't hammer in on something that I've never walked through.
Right.
Does that make sense? And I'll be very clear about that. I'll say I've never walked in your shoes.
Is it sympathy versus empathy, where there's things you can sympathize on, but you can't empathize on? Is that right?
I get the two confused.
I do too.
Yeah, don't
Kyle.
get me scholarly on here on this show.
I think empathize is something that you've gone through.
But it's the truth though, and I think we have to be careful about that. I think that we can be there for people and we can support them. But you think about grief. When people have lost somebody, there's so many different stages of grief and what people go through, and I've learned that everybody is wired differently. But there's just some things that you want to help and say, but you know what? In moments like that, you just need to be present. You just be present.
Exactly.
You don't have to say anything.
And just being like Eeyore. Nobody tried to cure little old Eeyore. They just let him be who he was, invited him to things.
And see, I handle it differently. Like if something happened in my life, like for instance, when my dad passed away, I had a whole different array of messages come in. And it was, some people would say, don't tell someone you're sorry. I didn't take offense to that.
Right.
But that's not to say that somebody else would, because everybody has a different way that they handle grief. And I would never, ever, down somebody for the way that they handle grief, because you don't know what they're going through.
No, and it's kind of like, I know at the time of your brain isn't working clearly, but like how you try to reach out and connect to me, why would I get upset with you? Like the intention is hopefully good, that you're not trying to like, I don't know. I guess I try to give people more credit, where it's like I am really big whenever I have friends going through things. at some point life is really going to suck, but I have not had a whole lot of hard.
Don't wait. Do not say that on this show because there was a gentleman on this show that had said something similar, and a week later he went through some like pretty drastic health things, and he's still battling them. So don't ever say
I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
I take that back.
We have intentionally made this table out of wood
for this purpose.
Under the quartz, there is wood, and
Okay.
so yes,
Okay.
I'm just telling you.
Well, whenever I have friends go through situations, I'm always like, this really sucks. How can I show up for you? Because sometimes people don't know. And sometimes, how can I tell you what you want? Like, do you want this? It's kind of like whenever your kids do something and you're like, you're like, we're going to, like, what do you need right now? Well, I don't know. I hate that. I don't know.
Well, just because you mentioned kids, I just have to say this real quick. My children have been, knock on wood, because I just got through telling you something. They have been so good lately.
Yeah.
They're getting up. They're getting moving. We are in this cool routine that I've always wanted to be in, and it comes in cycles, and I just pray that this cycle stays for a while.
For just a little while.
Yes, because it is great right now.
It is.
It did have to involve a little bit of, if you do this, I'll do that.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
It's if you get ready very quick, and sometimes I don't, so she doesn't expect it, and Kaden. But if you hurry and get ready, we will stop at the Smileys, and I'll get the small donuts because I'm not getting the big ones because they don't sell them at Smileys.
Right.
And so that has been my new once a week, sometimes twice a week kind of go-to is I'd pop into Smileys, get the little Hostess donuts, and there's 3 of us in the truck. There's 6 donuts in the package.
Everybody gets 2?
Everybody gets 2, except sometimes Braylon gets 3 because that's my little princess, so she gets 3.
She gets what she gets.
Yeah. Although I'll give her 3 and I'll say, let Daddy have 1 more. And then she'll go, okay, Daddy. And then she gives me the other one. So I still get 2.
Yeah. That's funny. No, but I mean, like if I told you, hey, come to work, I may or may not pay you. And you're probably not going to go. But if I'm like, at some point, I'm going to pay you. That's what keeps people in bad jobs for a long time.
Yeah.
It's the promise of almost payment. So I don't think there's anything wrong
I
with
mean,
that.
we're almost paying you to be here, Taylor. So
Almost.
hold on. Well, Taylor Chandler is with us this morning. Big thank you to our friends at Walker County Federal Credit Union. They are your full-service community credit union serving Walker County.
Since 1957.
1957.
I always miss this one.
Yeah, it's that one.
1957.
So we appreciate you. Let's take a break. We'll come back in a minute. We'll continue the discussion. And if you're out there on the social media feeds, let us know that you're there. We always enjoy interacting with you. And you can send us a message on those social media feeds. We'll have some shout-outs here in just a little bit.
I want to talk naps.
We'll talk naps when we come back. That's a good one. Mm-hmm. Okay, and we've got a special anniversary shout-out that I wanted to do on 94.3, and it completely... But I remembered, and we're going to talk about the anniversary shout-out.
Is it your 667 episode?
When we come back. No, it's an anniversary of something.
Okay.
Really important. We'll be back in a moment. It's Good Morning Huntsville. Hang out with us. We'll be here for a little bit longer. This is your show on a wonderful Wednesday, brought to you by Walker County Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
The church should be transformational. And maybe you've never been to church, or maybe life has left you feeling lost, but Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." At First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope, we're not trying to fit in with the world. We're here to help you step into something greater, a fresh start, a new life in Christ. Join us this Sunday at 10:45 and see what God can do in your life. Visit fbchuntsville.org. Hope is here, and we're saving a seat just for you.
Loving Jesus, loving people side by side. In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
At At Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, we're not just a place where children pass the time. We are not a daycare. We are a child care center focused on the growth, learning, and discovery. Every day, children engage in meaningful activities that build confidence, independence, and a love for learning. From reading and math to social and practical life skills, our students are active participants in their development. Ready to give your child something more? Visit tomorrowspromise.info and discover what makes our school different. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Education you can trust.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Faith has a new frequency. The Spirit of Huntsville. KHSPLP, Huntsville, Texas. Spirit 94.3.
Just gonna be honest, that guy's voice is
So soothing.
gold. It's our friend Jeff Lawrence. Big shout out, by the way, to Jeff Lawrence. He's a national, really a global voiceover artist. Had a call yesterday with a consultant that works with, this is how the Lord works, and I want to encourage people this morning to never give up and always know that the Lord is always faithful. And you know, in life, we pick up little nuggets. We'll talk naps here in a minute. I want to talk nuggets first, and I'm not
Nuggets and naps.
not
Okay.
not talking about the kind that you pick up at your local McDonald's. I'm talking about just little wisdom nuggets or little things that come into your life, and you know, you never know what's going to transpire out of one of those nuggets. And Jeff Lawrence, I'd got to know him through email when I was up in Fargo, and just an incredible guy. He did all of our voice work. Every Monday, I would send him a script to read of different things for the upcoming week.
Okay.
Because on
How come you don't do that with me?
Saturday, well, because I was broadcasting football games.
I
so
could do football.
So he would record. I would record the script for our network opener. So he
Okay.
would come on and be like the Bison blah 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 blah, and today it's blah blah. I would send him whatever, and he would record it, and he would record some other stuff. Well, when I moved back here to this area, I wanted our new Waverly broadcast to have a big sound. Mm-hmm. Well, who bigger than Jeff Lawrence, who does voiceover work for not only North Dakota State, but for a lot of what's called Power 5 schools. Those are your big schools like Alabama and University of Texas, those type of schools, Florida.
Power schools.
Yeah, big colleges that you see on TV on Saturdays playing football. And so I reached out to him. I said, Jeff, what would you charge to do this? And he got back to me. He said, I'll just do it. I want to support you. And I was like, man, that's incredible, because I'm sure that his charge is a premium.
Right.
And so he did a lot of our work for New Waverly, and it had a really big sound, which was what I was looking for. Well, then he found out that we were launching this LPFM on Spirit Radio. And he reached out to me and said, do you need anything done? And I'm the kind of person that if somebody reaches out and says, do you need anything done, I want to pay them. And I don't, but I don't want to be rude and say like, well, how much is it going to cost me? So how do I respond without saying, how much is this going to cost me?
But you also want that conversation to happen up front and not at the end.
Yeah.
After the help has been given, where they're like, okay, pay up. And you're like, well, I think clarity's good. Yeah.
So I kind of said, well, man, I'd love for you to help. I said, what
does that look like?
Yeah. I said, what financially, like, what are we looking at? Because I want to pay you. I said, I want to pay you. He said, don't worry about it. He recorded all of that stuff that you hear on Spirit 94.3. Not all of it, but quite a bit of it, what's called our legal IDs. At the top of the hour, within 10 minutes of the hour, we have to say, you're listening to KHSP, LP, whatever, blah, 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 on the FM signal. He recorded that. Not only that, he donated a little bit of money to support us, which goes a long way in a nonprofit. Any amount goes a long way. He did that. And then, on top of all of that, he connected me to a guy named John Frost. Must be Jack's brother. Yes, must be the summer version of Jack. You know? So John, and he didn't like connect me. He just mentioned the name. He didn't say
he planted the seed.
Yes, exactly. He didn't say get on the phone and call John, but I did. I found this guy, John Frost. He's worked in the radio for over 40 years. Turns out in Austin, there's a station, 98.1 KVET. Their tagline and slogan for decades has been the genuine Austin original. That's a well-known phrase in Austin. And if anybody says that, they'll immediately know KVET 98.1. They think of a guy who used to be there for ages named Bob Cole, Sammy Aldred. Those were big names in the Austin radio market. Well, this guy, John Frost, came up with that marketing for them. John is a consultant in the radio business.
And you're like, how can we match that?
This long, drawn-out story I'm telling you connects back to stations like KSBJ down in Houston, well-known Christian network of stations. K-Love, which is also well-known. John is consulted with those stations. And we ended up having a 45-minute conversation. This guy was incredible. All sorts of ideas. And I was asking him, I feel like the Lord has planted in our heart and why we exist is to have this local mission with a global vision. And he says, well, what does that look like? And I said, I don't know. That's the challenge.
Right.
Because I just know two things, that we need to take care of people in our own yard, and then the Bible commands us to go and make disciples of all nations. The Lord doesn't ask us, he commands us to make disciples of all nations. Well, I take the opportunity that we have through the internet to reach people globally.
Correct.
So that's the challenge, right? And I feel like if we continue, and we're not on the FM right now, we're on social media, but if we continue to brand the station as a global ministry, which we are, because we know we have a global audience.
Speaking it into existence.
But I believe that if that is the, I guess that's like the vision, right? That's what we want to put out. We want people, when they hear of Spirit Radio, we want them to think of Huntsville here in Huntsville and that we're going to take care of this community, but we also want them to think of that we're transforming lives. And that's a challenge for all of us today. A challenge for me, a challenge for you, a challenge for everyone that's listening or watching. Make this year a transformational year, not an informational year. I started using that phrase. And you think about when we go to church and we learn and we pull in information, and I was thinking this for myself, because Pastor Jason here at First said that on average, ministers spend 3 minutes a day in prayer.
You said that, and that really
Isn't that
blew
scary?
my mind.
And I said it's scary, and then I started saying, that's me, without even realizing
Do
it.
better.
And so the challenge is to make this a transformation, just like Kyle's transforming out of here.
He said, bye.
He says, bye, Felicia. He's got that little crinkle Ruffles potato chip wave. That's what I just thought of. I thought
What's
of
the little boy off of...
Tay, off Little Rascals.
There we go.
Yeah.
Look at the teamwork.
Tay. But I thought about that. And so don't just let this flow in one ear and out the other. Or
let it process in the middle.
Let this process this year. The things that you take in, especially if you're at a church or if you're in a Bible study or if you're with a friend who is guiding you spiritually. Like my friend Joshua Harris sends me stuff every day. I don't want that to be informational. And I feel like sometimes I get into this informational phase. I want it to be transformational. The phrase that I always think of is we need to continue to church the church because the church needs to be churched.
Absolutely.
But we need to church the unchurched. Because at some point, you've got to go out and step out and say, okay, I've done this and I'm going to continue to do it here, but I got to go out to that guy across the street that's struggling. I got to go out to that guy that was sitting on the steps of the church that I drove past the other day. I got to go after that guy, not go after, but go to that guy who's at the McDonald's parking lot that has his sweet little yellow lab with him and talk to that man. And friends, if you pray for it, and here's where it all starts. I'm going to get off this sermon high horse in a moment.
I love it.
But this is where it starts. I truthfully believe and know because of God's word that it starts with prayer. And so there's 2 challenges for this year, and we're already 14 days into the year. 2 challenges. Commit to prayer more than you've ever committed to it in your life. And if you haven't ever committed to it, then commit now. And here's the kicker. You don't have to close your eyes and put your hands together. You can pray while you drive. Keep your eyes open. Please don't close your eyes and put your hands together while you drive. Deanna would not be happy.
That's worse than texting.
But you can be in worship and in prayer in everything. Even as you and I talk, this can be a form of worship, a form of prayer. Be mindful about what you are doing and saying. And I'm not saying this in a judgmental way. I'm saying it in a way that will help you to think about, you know what?
Well,
I've got an opportunity to talk to the Lord right now. I don't have to wait.
Exactly. And I think a lot of the time, I know for me personally, I was like, well, I don't know how to pray. That's okay.
That's perfect.
That's fine. It doesn't have to look any
because then
certain
it's not
way.
then it's not scripted.
Right. You're not just saying it to say it. Like, literally, like you said, while you're driving, just talk to God.
Lord, I need you.
Hey, give
Lord,
me patience while I drive, please. You know,
come
into my heart while we're doing these things. Like, prayer doesn't have to look a certain way. And my thing is it's like once you do something enough, it becomes a routine. And, you know, it is awkward. You know, you're sitting there and you're like, okay, I'm talking to some invisible man in the sky. Okay, like, sure, having faith in the system. But it's going to...
the system.
But it's like, would you rather be uncomfortable now learning these routines or uncomfortable for eternity?
Yeah, that's so good. That's really good.
Like, just
that's really
be
good.
okay with being uncomfortable.
We have to, I don't say this rude. I always put these disclaimers because, you know, I was talking to our pastor yesterday, and sometimes the things that I try to say don't come out the way that I intend them to be said. And so I don't mean it in a bad way. We got to put away the fluff. Mm-hmm. We have to stop. We have to put away the fluff and just be real. And be real with ourselves. Be real with our relationships. Be real with our relationship with the Lord. Be real with our friends. Be real with our family. And what does that look like? That looks like you just being honest and acknowledging if there's we all fall short. Acknowledge it. When you ask, how do you pray? Lord, I've sinned. I have messed up time and time again. And I don't even deserve to be here, but you came and you died for me, Father, and I thank you for it. Just be real. Have a conversation.
Well, and I think being your authentic self, like I was listening to something on the radio, and I'm going to butcher it on the way here, but they were talking about being honest and transparent with yourself. Mm-hmm. Like, I hear all the time, I'm trying to make these changes, like I'm trying to live a better life. Okay, but are you actually? Are you just saying that? Are you going through the motions?
That's what I'm getting at. It's the information versus the transformation.
And that's why I thought it was cool that you brought that up. I learned, I have been, you know, I get addicted to TikTok. I realized that my For You page and my Reels on Facebook were all the same kind of like trash. It was trash. And I was like, man, this is the stuff I'm putting in my brain. This is the songs I'm listening to the radio. Is the song that I'm listening to the life I want? Like, why am I letting this process in my brain? And man, I'm not saying I'm doing everything right. Definitely not.
No, none of us are.
Definitely not.
I'll raise my hand first. Jamie's raising. We're all raising our hands right now.
But I realized that, you know, I'm saying I want these things, but like, what am I doing to actually do them other than, you know, praying once a day that these changes are going to be made? Okay, God's only going to get you so, he's only going to do so much if you're doing so much. You've got to do the work. I'll
never forget a pastor of mine in Georgetown, Joe Champion. Love the man. Good man. He'd just tell me straight up, and he'd just say, stop. I'd talk to him after the service. This church grew. Big church, 10,000 people. And he still took time to talk to people. And after every service, he'd hang out up front. And you know, and he'd have like his assistant, because when church gets that big, you got to have somebody to assist you with things.
Right.
I think he had like 2 assistants, actually. In fact, I used to assist him. I used to assist his assistant, because his assistant would go pick up their young boy, Jackson. Mm-hmm. Now Jackson is actually the youth minister at that church.
Oh,
but when
cool.
Jackson was a teeny tiny little boy at the school in Georgetown, like in kindergarten, Pastor Joe's assistant asked me to go help sometimes to pick up Jackson from school, because you know they had a system in place for everything. But I'll never forget and I won't get into the details. It's nothing like horrible, but I just remember talking to him after service one time, and it meant a lot to me. He just told me straight up, he just stop. He said, what's keeping you from stopping? You think you're going to miss out on something? He goes, stop. He goes, if you want to see real change in your life, stop. And I'm saying this to myself this morning.
You, as all the things that you have going on, all the different.
Yeah. So maybe this morning, if there's something that's not, and I'm not saying that we reach up to this genie in the sky. That's not who God is. But what I am saying is if there's things in your life that you've been waiting to pass and you've been praying to pass and you want to pass, then whatever it is that pops into your mind as you hear my voice, stop. Stop. And in that moment, the Lord is going to start to work. Not that he hasn't already been nagging at you, but he will. And here's the kicker that I've learned through ministry, and I say this phrase, it ain't going to be easy.
It never is.
Nothing about ministry and nothing about being in a relationship with the Lord is easy. In
It's
fact,
even promised in the Bible. This is going to suck for a little while.
it could get really tough. Because why? Because we live in a world that is ruled by the enemy. It's biblical. Satan
chills.
has dominion over the earth. All right? But how do we overcome that? We overcome that in a relationship with Jesus Christ. And so I'm saying it to, you know what my stop is? I'm not going to get into everybody's personal
I love that you're
business.
like really.
I like this orange, by the way.
Are you going to eat it?
No, it's a hand stressor.
I thought it was a cutie.
It really is.
Oh, I was like, dang, look at the detail.
My stop this morning is worry and anxiety. Because man, I'm on pins and needles about a lot of things, a lot of uncertainties. Nothing bad, but just uncertainties. And I feel that the Lord's telling me this morning to stop. To stop. Now, me saying stop doesn't mean that I can just stop, not do anything.
Right.
So that's my challenge. I don't know where I went to that. Somehow we were going to talk about naps. It went from nuggets to stop, and now we're going to naps.
We're going back to naps.
All right, naps. Here we go. Taylor.
Okay. So I
love this show. There we go.
Well, somebody was asking me, well, what do y'all talk about? I was like, oh boy, all the things. And they're like, what'd you talk about today? I'm like, we talked about this and this and this and this. Those things have nothing to do with each other. I was like, but somehow they did.
Because there's a diverse audience, and somehow one of those things connected with somebody somewhere.
Right. So naps. I am a napper. I have always been a napper. I am one of those people that can nap for 3 or 4 hours.
And do you wake up feeling that you napped, or do you wake up feeling worse?
I feel amazing.
Not
See?
me.
But my question is not so much about the nap itself. And I don't know if this is just a me thing. I don't like to nap in my outside clothes. Like I can't go outside, do something, and come back inside and take a nap in my outside clothes. I feel like you have to nap in your inside clothes on top of the sheets. Like, because if you get in bed, you're dirtying your sheets.
Nah, I just take a nap anyways. It doesn't feel like a nap if I don't
get under the
under the
covers.
sheet, yeah.
But to me, I'm like, that's not a nap. You're going to bed. But that is my question. Is I realized that maybe that's one of my quirks. Is like getting in bed in your daytime clothes versus your sleepy time clothes. I don't know if that question makes sense.
I know it does, because Sunday I was really tired, and Braylon wanted to take a nap. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest, Daddy wanted to take a nap, not Braylon. The children don't want to take naps. I was extremely exhausted. I'm here late. I won't go into a whole medical segment, but I've been really exhausted the past few years, and not anything to do with working here at church. I mean, when I was in Fargo, I was super tired all the time. And as I've gotten older, it's gotten worse. And everybody, well, go get your blood. I've got it all checked. Everything's checks fine. So anyways, Sunday, I was super tired, and I was in my church clothes, man. I had on my slacks, had on my belt, had on my white shirt that was tucked in.
And you just napped in that?
I just napped. I took her in her room and passed out right there on her little bed with her, and I napped right there. And then I woke up and I felt super uncomfortable because here was all my church clothes, and
yeah,
just didn't feel right.
I feel like those are outside clothes, and I don't know why I feel like my inside is cleaner than the outside, but I'd like to think it is. But like the idea of getting into my bed with like everybody's germs.
I don't worry about it. I call that? I call that immunity building.
Blech.
Yeah, immunity building. The more that we're around the germs, the more that we
but I don't want to invite the germ into my bed. But like I said, I nap on top of my sheets, and this is something I learned from my stepmom. I guess is kind of like
so you don't think that the germs can migrate through?
No. It's like the ground. Like the germs stay on the food for 5 seconds, and then they're like, okay, now we can attack the food because it's 5-second rule.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. The germs know.
Well, I mean, here's the deal where I'm getting at. If you nap on top of the sheets, the germs are going to find their way through the sheets and still get in there anyways.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. In fact, you don't realize this. He's going to not want me to bring him in the conversation, but there's a gentleman in here. We have a business that we research these kind of things. I'm just kidding. We don't have that business. He's like, what are you talking about?
I was like, don't you bring me into this. Don't you bring me into this. But no, I don't know why that is, and if I'm sick, I want to nap on the couch. I don't want to nap in my bed.
There's a gentleman in here that visits millions of children every single year on a magical night, and he doesn't come back with the flu, okay? He's fine.
Do you know that's why it takes a whole year?
You know why? Because he has the immunity from being around all these germy children on that one special night of the year where he delivers gifts to many good children all over the world. And he doesn't get sick because he has built up immunity.
I don't think that's true. I don't want to argue, and I don't want to bring you into the conversation, but I feel like that's not true. And I feel how I feel without any reason.
My thing on the one final thought for me on the naps, Taylor. They don't really do me any good if they're more than 15 to 20 minutes. There's scientific research on this. And I do want to go back to sleep, and I want to sleep for 2 or 3 hours. Because like I said, I could right now go home and go lay down and sleep for 3 hours, wake up and not feel like I've slept a week. I don't know why I'm wired like that.
I can nap short-term, long-term, 20 minutes, 2 hours,
and
still go to bed at night.
If I do the 15 to 30-minute deal, no more than 30 minutes, usually 20 minutes is kind of my sweet spot, then I have a little perk of energy. When I was broadcasting sports and driving all over the place, I would pull over. If I was by myself, I would literally pull over in parking lots sometimes and sleep for 10 to 15 minutes to recharge.
I call that an appetizer. Like, that's not a nap to me. Like, that is,
I had to have
long blinked.
The scariest time for me was when I was living in Georgetown and having to drive back and forth to Huntsville to broadcast Sam Houston games.
Oh, I'm sure.
One, I don't say it bitterly, but I was losing money because of the gas and the travel. But I didn't care because I was doing what I loved doing. You know, I enjoyed it. There was a lot of sacrifice that I had to make. It wasn't like there was this road right here and, hey, hop on and get in your car and drive on it. It's like, no, you had to build your own road. And a lot of us have to build our own roads. Well, for me, that was a
bumpy, terrible road.
bumpy road. But it was a good road. I'm not saying anything negative, but the part that was bumpy was that travel part for me.
It's under construction, and now the road is getting better.
Well, it was a 3-hour drive there and a 3-hour drive back. Now, here's the kicker. Whenever we'd broadcast those games and be on a plane, we'd fly with the team. Now, I couldn't even imagine if it was like that because the team is now going all over the U.S. Back then, it was basically Texas, Louisiana, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And so every once in a while, we would fly to a game. And I remember one time we got in at 2 a.m. Okay, well, I just told you that it takes 3 hours to drive back to Georgetown. There were mornings when I would be driving and the sun was coming up. And what finally did it for me is I zoned out about 30 minutes outside of Georgetown, a little town called Taylor. I zoned out and woke up in the ditch.
Oh,
and
man.
It scared the fire out of me. And it wasn't like one of those things to where I went to sleep for a long time. I just distinctively remember I was coming up on a 4-way stop. I yawned. And then I woke up and I was like, I'm in the ditch.
Right.
And that was all within...
Well, they say don't drive tired. That's what they tell truckers.
That was within 60 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And the intersection, thank the Lord that I went through, is a extremely busy intersection, especially early in the morning. Even if it was on a Sunday morning.
Right.
That intersection is very busy. There's no lights. It's just a stop sign, one way. And that was a wake-up call. And so I remember telling the gentleman, the GM that used to formerly be at the local radio station here, I said, man, if I'm going to continue to do this, I said, I at least got to have a hotel room. And so I started staying at the Holiday Inn after those games.
Chilling at it?
Yeah, because I was not going to do that anymore. It was scary.
Well, that is scary.
So in that moment, it was a bad nap.
Mm-hmm,
you don't want to nap in the middle of driving.
That was a nightmare.
So, yeah. Anyways. Hey, before we take a final break, that's the nap segment.
Yeah.
Before we take a final break, our friend Jack Durish is joining us. He's a member of the VFW Post. Used to be the commander there. Great man. He's been on the show many times. Jack, come back. Come hang out with us. I'd love to have you. He said many years, and then he said no, decades ago.
Oh,
He's a
no.
writer, by the way. He's a great man. He said, I read that fathers spend an average of 20 seconds per day in direct, look-them-in-the-eye interaction with their children.
That's wild.
So he just looked this up and he found this. This includes about 34 minutes of physical care and 38 minutes of play with their children each day. He just said, I don't even believe that. I mean, that's a whole different conversation, but we were talking earlier about some of those things. Man, just
being intentional.
Just be intentional this year. Be committed to your family and to your children and all the things that matter the most.
Well, you know what was wild this morning is, like I said, I'm down to one dog. So when he goes outside, he's all by himself now. I woke up, we didn't wake up, but I was doing my morning routine.
You did wake up.
I did wake up.
Wait. Oh, you woke up? Oh, of course you did. You're here.
I'm about to chunk that cutie at your face. I look outside and my sweet little dog is watching the sunrise. And I was like, look at him enjoying the morning. Was he really watching the sunrise? I don't know. But I was like, why don't I wake up and watch the sunrise? Why don't I do that? And in my head, I'm like, because I get an extra 15 minutes of sleep. But it's like, look how cool.
Yeah, well, he wasn't watching the sunrise. He was watching a squirrel.
Well, I live in a neighborhood where there's no squirrels, no trees, no birds. Joke's on you.
Well, let's take one final break. It's almost 9 o'clock. Taylor Chandler here with us, Walker County Federal Credit Union. We'll step aside. We'll take that final break, and we'll wrap it up when we come back. We'll have some shout-outs. Many of you are chiming in this morning. Thank you for being a part of this show. And you know what? It's been a while. I'm feeling generous today. It's been a long time because, let's just be honest, my generosity bank has been empty.
Okay.
No, I don't want to say my financial bank has been empty. Let's just be honest. Let's be real. But we do have a few gift cards provided to us from Cafe Texan, and I'm going to give away.
Oh, my gosh. I had breakfast for the first time there yesterday.
Yeah. If you get the chicken fried steak and eggs or whatever, oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
It is a game
the
changer.
Cobbler French toast. Oh, my gosh.
Laura Cash is joining us.
That's my mom.
Miss Cash. Okay, well, Miss Cash, here you go. It's your chance. Text in right now. Text in. What should be the word?
Toast.
Toast. Text in the word toast. T-O-A-S-T for those of you that need to, because somebody will probably spell it T-O-E-S-T. Toast.
Toes.
T-O-A-S-T. Text that in right now to 936-339-0139. Again, that number is 936-339-0139. And we will bless somebody with Cafe Texan this morning.
I hope my mom texted in and then texted me to breakfast.
Toast. Laura, she just said toast. Hey, by the way, real quick before we break, I saw that you went to an Elvis thing over there at Old Town Theater. How was that?
Oh, my gosh.
Tell us about that, because
Okay.
I have Lois on the show from time to time. I know well, let's save it. Let's talk about that when we come back. Toast is the key word. Jamie's like, where are they going with this? We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. It's your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville. We'll hear from Elvis. He has entered the building. When we come back, it's Good Morning Huntsville. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.
Since 2010, the Oak Ridge Disciple House has helped men break free from addiction, not with quick fixes, but lasting change through Jesus Christ. They've celebrated 167 graduates at Oak Ridge and 138 more at Interfaith with an 80% success rate. That's compared to just 5% in most secular programs. The fact is, Jesus works. And now, celebrating 15 years, they're building their third house in Tennessee and just launched a women's program, Restoration Ranch in Texas. It's all for God's glory. And here's the heart of it. They never turn anyone away for lack of money. In fact, 95% of families receive scholarships. As one person put it, don't talk about it, be about it. Every penny counts. Donate today at oakridgedisciplehouse.com and help change a life forever. The Oak Ridge Disciple House. Online at oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Real recovery, real hope.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
The church should be transformational. And maybe you've never been to church, or maybe life has left you feeling lost, but Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." At First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope, we're not trying to fit in with the world. We're here to help you step into something greater, a fresh start, a new life in Christ. Join us this Sunday at 10:45 and see what God can do in your life. Visit fbchuntsville.org. Hope is here, and we're saving a seat just for you.
Loving Jesus, loving people side by side. In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville. Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today. Braylon, say, "This is Spirit Radio."
This is Spirit Radio.
Spirit Radio.
Really won that Cafe Texas.
I know.
Text in to win.
In the code.
We do have a winner, by the way. So we wrap up here in just a few moments. Hey, by the way, I said earlier I was teasing you that there is something that I wanted to say, a special shout out this morning. Happy anniversary, Billy and Jacqueline Cawthon. 20 years. Happy anniversary to Billy and Jacqueline. Billy's on Fridays, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, and I heard he may get a little extended vacation coming up here for the next week. So
that's lovely.
That's why he's not going to be here on Friday, because there's something to do with an anniversary and a vacation.
Oof.
And so congratulations to Jacqueline and Billy Cawthon. 20 blissful years of pure romance. So congratulations to
Listen to your sultry voice kick in there.
No, I need to get Jeff Lawrence.
I heard you try.
I'm going to AI his voice. You're listening to... No, I'm just kidding. Hey, real quick shout out. Jamie Saucier joining us. Look at this. Good morning. He may be here in the studio too. I don't know. Possibly. We don't want to give away his whereabouts, but Jamie Saucier.
But also, is he here?
He's always the first. He's beaten Quentin Glaze now on the first commenter every morning. So good morning to Jamie. We appreciate him. Kyle Kreiner, who was in studio earlier. Ruth Halley with us. Quentin Glaze coming in at number 4 on the comment board today. We need to do something fun with that.
We should.
We need to have a poster up on the wall that like has a running comment board or something.
That would be fun.
We'll figure something out. You think of it. You think of something.
With my creative skills.
Jennifer Augustinetti, it's a wonderful Wednesday. I love what she always says. Find a Bible study. Get connected this evening. Autumn Wheaton joining us. Good morning to Autumn. Autumn works so hard in this community, and we appreciate her. Letty Maricela joining us. That's a cool name.
That is cool.
Letty, good morning. Thanks for hanging out with us here. My sister joining us on YouTube. Rebecca, good morning. Brother Beam, James Beam, joining us this morning. Appreciate you, Brother Jim. He's a good man. And many other people here as well. We appreciate them. Rachel White joining us. Good morning to you. Already mentioned Jack Durish, Laura Cash joining us. I think you know who that is. And many other people. I don't ever get to see everything because we have a lot that goes on so many different platforms. And real quick, by the way, our streaming is made possible by Huntsville Memorial Hospital. We appreciate their generous support in helping us reach the community through our social platforms. But Dave Jacobs, that's a buddy of mine in Fargo. Good. I'm going to let you hear something. His voice, we won't play it here, but I'll show you real quick after the show. Love Dave, man. I had the privilege of working with him a little bit up there in Fargo at Radio, I should know this, Radio FM Media was the name of the business. couldn't even, because Fargo, Moorhead, they called it that area. Fargo, North Dakota, Moorhead, Minnesota. It was all one blended city. Minnesota. Carrie French joining us. Appreciate Carrie. She does great work for our county. And also one of my favorite people, Miss Lita Thompson, on this morning. And my favorite brother, because he's my only brother, joining this morning as well. What was I going to talk about?
Elvis.
Oh, yes. Let's go into the Elvis. He has entered the building. Tell us about
the chat.
So what happened with Elvis? You went.
I went. So Friday night, my best friend was like, okay, so her mom loves Elvis, is obsessed with Elvis. And I've seen the movies that have that have been played recently. But I am not a huge Elvis fan. Please don't come at me for that.
Okay, what did you like about those movies? I'm just kidding. We're not going to go to the TV. You're like, I'm just kidding. I haven't seen them.
No. I actually have seen them. I saw one on the flight back from Turkey. So that's why I was like, I've for sure seen that one.
That's next week, the Turkey. We need to hear about this.
That's an exciting trip. But so she texted me Friday. She was like, hey, I have an extra ticket. Do you want to come? And I was like, well, I have my daughter. Let me see. And the next day I was like, hey, I still have Lainey. I'm not going to be able to go. And she texts me back and she's like, that's what you tell boys when you don't want to go on a date with them. I have my daughter and I can't go. And I was like, well, you're not wrong, but you're wrong. Like, I actually have my daughter tonight. Well, Lainey decided to go to her dad's for the evening. So I texted her an hour beforehand and I was like, hey, like, my night freed up. Do you still have a ticket? She said, yep. So the parking situation, I should have known. I should have known when there was no parking what I was getting myself into. So Old Town Theater, I ended up having to park at the Annex. That's how poppin' this place was. Like, that's, y'all don't know Huntsville. That's pretty far for us.
That is a pretty good walk from the Old Town Theater.
I was not prepared, and it was cold.
I was wondering why you were out of breath a little bit this morning when you walked in, still trying to catch your breath.
There's a hill. So I get in there. So we had Tim McGraw. No. Who was the country singer that passed away? Oh, no.
Don't be asking me things. Well, you're supposed to be condescending. Oh, you don't know who that is?
You don't know. But the guy who sings Margaritaville.
I should know this, but I have no idea. You keep just
talking.
Yeah.
Okay. So he opened, and he was actually so these were both impersonators. These are not the real guys, because both guys that were being impersonated or have passed away.
Jimmy Buffett?
No.
That's who sang Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett.
Oh.
Are you thinking about the one of the pick? No, because that wouldn't be him. Patrick Duffy, definitely not him.
No.
I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah, anywho. Oh, gosh, I feel terrible because he really did a great job. And then we went to, I can think of his name, but not who he was impersonating. But he did a phenomenal job. He is actually playing at Houston.
For the
tents.
This one won't make the Taylor Chandler social media or highlight reel.
No, not me dropping the ball here. But when I got there, I have never been to Old Time Theater. And if you haven't been there, am I allowed to shout out?
Yeah, okay. Sure. Remember, we're on. We're
I
only
can
on
say
the,
whatever I want.
We're on the Soch. Yeah.
They have great snacks, clean bathrooms. There's plenty of seating. They are super efficient. And that was my first time there, and they got it going on over there.
Isn't it cool as you get older? That's one of the top things that you look for is a clean bathroom.
A clean bathroom and good snacks. But the rowdiness of this Elvis crowd was insane. Like, running up to the stage, grabbing at him. I was not mentally prepared for that. You're talking to somebody who has gone to rock concerts, rap concerts. I love concerts, music festivals. I have yet to be around a crowd that was
That rowdy.
And the demographic of the rowdiness, the hooting and the hollering, like, it was intense. Ladies love them some Elvis. And seeing his moves, I'm like, maybe I could like Elvis too. But he did the dancing, he did the singing, he did the smirking and the jiving.
Did the swagging.
He did the jiving. And I just want somebody to look at me the way these women looked at an Elvis impersonator. Like, this isn't even the real dude, but these women were like longingly looking at this man with their husbands. And I'm like, I'm uncomfortable for everybody in this situation. But it was so much fun.
Well, I'll tell you, Lois Stellick does a great job over at Old Town Theater, and I'm so glad you brought it up because I've been over there a couple of times now, and if you get a chance, go and support that theater. She does incredible work, and she's the one bringing in these folks,
And I think Elvis is going to be here. It's wild that I remember these things, but he said February of 2027 he will be back. I'll remember that.
He's back.
He's back.
How cool is that?
So I highly recommend. It is a family friendly. If you don't mind your kid seeing the things, my daughter wants to go.
There's
She
nothing
saw
bad.
it. No, there was nothing bad. It is very family friendly.
Now, your parents would tell you it was bad.
Yeah.
My grandmother did not like my mom watching Elvis growing up.
I bet, it's even funny because even now,
it's nothing compared to what we see now, to be honest.
But his dance moves, they do make you feel something. You feel something.
That's Elvis. There you go.
So it was an interesting experience.
I took my mom to a Frankie Avalon. Never even heard of the guy. My mom knew him. We were up in South Dakota, don't you know, visiting my sister when she lived up there. And there was this convention center down the road from Brookings, or in Brookings, and I remember telling my mom, let's go check that out. She goes, oh, is that Frankie Avalon? I said, well, whoever that is.
Who is
my
that?
goodness. This guy was in his 80s still jamming out. And just how you described is how all those ladies, oh, it's Frankie. And they were just going nuts for this guy.
It's insane. I'm trying to find that guy's name, and it's really going to bother me.
Well, let's head over to our phone and text line because we do have a winner of the Cafe Texan. And let's call him real quick.
Let's call him.
Here we go. Jamie got discouraged. His phone's not ringing.
Oh.
They're not going to answer.
On to the next.
They're going to call back later. I'm going to be like, sorry.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying...
Nope, they're not there. There you go, Taylor. You don't answer. You don't win.
You don't win.
That's okay, because we do have another one here. And let's head over to that one real quick. And then we're going to wrap this show up. You got to get to work, and I got a long, busy day today. It's easy to get caught up in here on a Walker County Federal Credit Union Wednesday.
Toby Keith.
That's it. I should have known that. Yeah.
I was struggling with that. I'm so sorry. That was going to bug me.
Good morning.
Yeah, is this Irma Arlene? Irma Arlene?
She might be upstairs.
Whatever happened to those names, Jennifer, like Irma Arlene and those kind of things? Weren't those cool days?
I don't know, but that's why I made sure to give my children unique names.
Okay. All right. Jennifer, the winner today. It's been a while, Jennifer. We haven't did the text line in a while.
By default.
I know. Text line's been a little bit broken lately, and not
to bring it back.
I know, but you've been working on a lot of big things, and I'm so happy for all of it.
Well, I appreciate you.
You've been blessing the whole everything you've been having your hands on.
Well, this lady Taylor that's on the phone right now
so nice.
is a wonderful person, and I've had the privilege of meeting her several times. And the very first Rays of Hope that we ever had, which by the way, the 4th annual coming up. She was the very first person to ever come through and donate to that event in the summer.
What a cool.
And Jennifer, we appreciate. What are you up to? Are you working right now? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm still working from home, but it's not like a constant on the phone. So I call whenever I need to.
So back in the day, we would call. Jennifer would win quite a bit, and And we gave her the prizes, and we had, and it's the randomizer. I promise, it's not us. And there's Jennifer.
Mm-hmm.
And so back in the day, we would call, and Jennifer would be like, "Hey, how's it going?" She'd be like on the hush hush, and I'd be like, "What's going on?" She's like, "I'm sorry, guys, I'm at work. I got to get back to work," because she was physically at a place. You remember those days, Jennifer?
You mean somebody has to show up to the office every day?
Now it would be So now Jennifer's back to just, "Hey, how's it going?"
I like this version of you, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Right, for sure.
Well, congratulations. Thank you so much for your support and for all that you do, Jennifer, because
and if you
you're
need
a
somebody
blessing.
to go to breakfast, I would go with you.
Yeah.
I will help you, and I will go with you to Cafe Texan.
Yeah. Well, you know where to pick up the card. We'll have it for you. Jennifer, before we go, we always ask a question. What are you most thankful for on this wonderful Walker County Federal Wednesday?
I am thankful that I have a wonderful church home, and I'll be going to Bible study later, which is why I always try to put that out there, find a Bible study to get connected to. Like you said, we have 40-something churches here in Huntsville, so
Pick a flavor.
you should be able to fit in at one of them. But I'm thankful that we do have plenty to choose from, and that we have that freedom to be able to go and study God's Word.
Amen. Well, Jennifer, we appreciate you. Hey, have a blessed day, all right? Thank you so much. And Cafe Texan will be waiting on you up here at FBC. Miss Molly will have it up front.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Thank y'all. Y'all have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tell the Cashes if they would have texted, they would have possibly won.
Yeah, Mom, Dad.
I got the calls coming in.
Text.
We had to hit deny.
We almost put you on the air, but I was like, my mom would be mortified if I made her talk on the air.
Well, let's wrap it up.
Which makes me want to do that.
Oh, we just got a late toast text message come in.
Is it them?
And now I have no idea who it is. Boy, they just found out about us.
Oh.
You know what?
What?
Why don't we do something real? Do you have just one more quick second?
I have all the time.
No,
in the world.
you got
until I get yelled at.
You got loans to start slinging, but let's do this. Walker County Federal here with us. Let's do something real quick because you know what? I just double checked and we have another gift card, and we're going to do something awesome today. You can take this one. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You nervous?
I don't know who it is.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning.
Who am I speaking to?
My name's Brittany.
Hi, Brittany. Do you know who this is?
Yes, ma'am. Is it Hello Huntsville?
Yes, it is. Okay. I was like, oh, no.
Sorry, Brittany. That sounded kind of creepy. Do you know who this is?
Do you know who this is? I have some great news for you. We have a gift card to Cafe Texan here in Huntsville.
There you go.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem. So what are you thankful for on this Walker County Wednesday?
I am thankful for everything, but the weather is beautiful, and I am just thankful for literally everything.
I love that answer. That is a great way to live life.
Brittany, how did you find us, by the way?
Awesome. I found y'all last week on Facebook, and then I started listening to the radio station.
Oh, my goodness.
Like, are you talking like straight up literal old school 94.3 on your radio dial?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, good deal. That means it's reaching. So that's good.
Love that.
Yeah, cool. All right. It's good to hear a young person say they do that too, because it was like nobody young listens to the radio. And by the way, you're not old unless you're 90 or higher. So if you're 90 or below, you're young. So
I still fall in that one.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, Brittany, hey, have a blessed day. By the way, that gift card will be available for pickup at First Baptist Church, 1229 Avenue J, in the church office, Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Will that work for you?
Yes, sir, it will. Thank you so much. That was such a blessing and such a great surprise. Thank you.
All right. All you got to do is text in. Have a blessed day, Brittany. Thanks.
Thank you.
You as well. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Why are you giggling over there making fun of me? Like I'm doing my best.
What did you say? You said,
Walker County Wednesday.
Thanks for calling us on a Walker County Wednesday. It's Walker County Federal Credit Union Wednesday. This ain't just a Walker County Wednesday.
Okay,
We're
I
drilling
was
this thing down.
nervous.
That
was my first
call. First call. Good job, by the way.
Jeez.
Good job, Taylor.
Yeah, until you're like, oh, you're so creepy. Do you know who this is?
Hi, who is this? Do you know who this is?
You didn't give me much to work with. You're like, here, call this person. I'm like, oh
it was
my
great.
gosh.
Well, Taylor, final comment. It's been a fun morning, a lot of joy here on a Wednesday, and a lot to be thankful for. Just kind of some closing comments, if you don't mind.
Just be patient, stop, be intentional. That's our goal for the next week. Till next Wednesday, would just be intentional. Everything you do, what you're wearing is you're wearing representing what your goals are, is what you're thinking. You can't control the world, but you can control what you think and how you respond. Take time to reevaluate those thoughts. If you're having the thought, why am I thinking this thought? And then retrain your brain. This is somebody who has done lots of therapy we've discussed. So just be intentional. Be kind to one another. The world needs a little kindness these days.
That's it. You said be mindful of what you're thinking of, and I was sitting here thinking like I was going to go like this, like keep talking, and then I was going to tell myself, don't do that. There's no point of me telling you to do that. So I was thinking about what I was going to do, but then I just said it anyways.
Balance. We got to start somewhere. One day you'll be better.
That's it. Well, hey, thank all of you for hanging out with us, and a big thank you, as always, to Walker County Federal Credit Union. I know Taylor
Federal Credit Union.
The Federal Credit Union. I know that we come on here and have fun, but there is a serious side to what we do, and that is to promote the good here in this community. And we couldn't promote the good if it wasn't for folks like Taylor, Toy, and the whole team over at Walker County Federal Credit Union. Make that. You've heard the information. Now it's time for the transformation. Transfer your bank accounts over to Walker County Federal Credit Union.
Talking about being intentional, we all have this idea of, I just wish I had more money. Okay, what are you doing with your money? Is your money in a position where your money is making money? Or are you just, I never have any money. Okay, set up a savings account, send money over there that you don't see.
Perfect.
No excuses. Okay, do better.
Wow, there you go.
Come show up. I'm feeling feisty all of a sudden. I hit the end of my coffee cup. I've got energy. I don't need a nap.
There it is. Go by and see her. She won't nap on your time, though. It's Taylor Chandler, Walker County Federal Credit Union. That'll wrap it up. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Pastor Jason Bay, First Baptist Church, back with us. Excited to have a pastor here as we celebrate a Thankful Thursday. And, of course, that first segment will be on Spirit 94.3. By the way, download the Spirit 94.3 app if you haven't already. We have a new feature in there called Seek and Pray. And if you're going through something, now the AI obviously does not replace the Word of God, and it doesn't replace the Bible, but it will assist you in your journey. And so maybe this morning you've got a friend who's sick and you just don't know where to search for in the Bible, or maybe you don't even know how to lead the prayer. That app, our radio app, is going to help you in that. So make sure you download it, get the update. We'll wrap it up. We'll see you tomorrow at 7:30 as I end every show, reminding you this morning that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. I promise somebody out there needs you. See you tomorrow, 7:30. See you, Taylor.
Have a good day.